Etymology and historical origin of the baby name Dene. Dene is the transferred use of an English surname, originating from one of two places. On the one hand, it's believed to be derived from a place name, from the Olde English denu or Middle English dene, meaning valley, signifying someone who dwelled in a valley. The second meaning is derived from an occupational name, coming from the Latin word decanus, which gave us dene, the name of an ecclesiastical supervisor or imperial officer. Now we know this name to be mainly used for one of the heads of faculty in a college or university. Dene is also sometimes considered the anglicization of the Italian pet name Dino. Think Dean Martin, who was born Dino Paul Crocetti in 1917. Personality of the boy named Dean. Romance is the hallmark of the sixth personality. They exude nurturing, loving, and caring energy. Sixes are in love with the idea of love in its idealized form, and with their magnetic personalities, they easily draw people toward them. Like the number 2 personality, they seek balance and harmony in their life and the world at large. They are conscientious and service-oriented, and a champion for the underdog. These personalities naturally attract money and are usually surrounded by lovely material objects, but their human relationships are always primary. They thrive in giving back to others rather than being motivated by their own desires. This is when they achieve great things. Sixes are natural teachers, ministers, and counselors. Popularity of the boy named Dean. Dean has had a fairly good ride on the U.S. popularity charts since 1880. The name has always maintained a position of moderate to relatively high success in America. The height of Dean's popularity came between 1956 and 1969, when the name was a top 100 choice for little boys. We're pretty sure that the increased interest in this name came with the publication of Jack Kerouac's 1957 novel On the Road, a defining literary work for the post-war Beat generation. One of the novel's 2 central characters, Dean Moriarty, is a spontaneous, free-spirited, adventurous character, certain to have struck a chord with the displaced youth of the 1960s. However, since 1970, the name has shown backwards momentum for the past almost 40 years, although it might be reversing its course right now. Dean is a simple, one-syllable, no-nonsense name. It's simple and straightforward, but does lack a little pizzazz. It's hard to picture this name on little boys. Dean sounds so adult and authoritative. It also screams the 1950s, thanks to Dean Martin and even James Dean. Quick facts on Dean. Gender, boy. Origin, English. Number of syllables, 1. Ranking popularity, 238. Pronunciation, Dean. Simple meaning, supervisor or valley. Characteristics of Dean. Sensitive, humanitarian, affectionate, family-oriented, compassionate, community-minded, loving. Cultural references to the baby name, Dean. Literary characters of the baby name Dean. Dean Moriarty is the leading character in Jack Kerouac's famed beat novel, On the Road, published in 1957, and he is based almost totally on Kerouac's real-life friend, Neal Cassady, called Cody Pomeroy in other books. Dean and Sal Paradise, Kerouac, make several road trips across the United States and into Mexico, all the while, shall we say, living it up to the max. This Dean is a textbook case of conflicting temperaments. He is loving but neglectful, funny but morose, questioning but not heeding, and probably more than a little insane. But is he ever fun? Until he's not. Dean is ultimately a tragic figure, who just does too much too soon and too often to be able to keep it all up for long. But while it does last, how cool is he? Popular songs on Dean. James Dean, Come Back Jimmy Dean, a song by Bette Midler, a song by the B-52s, Is That You Mo Dean, a song by the Eagles. Famous people named Dean. Dean McDermott, reality TV, Dean Rusk, politician, Dean Smith, college basketball coach, Dean Edwards, SNL cast member, Dizzy Dean, baseball player, Dean Koontz, author, Dean Martin, actor, Dean Cain, actor, Dean Stockwell, actor, Dean Acheson, politician, Dean Wilson, golfer, Dean Torrance, musician. Children of famous people named Dean. Alicia Keys,